Okay, everybody, welcome to tonight's very first Less is More ancient land work. And thank you all for joining us because I think this is going to be the most powerful work that we end up doing. And I don't say that lightly because I think when we start working and using everything that we've been doing and we've been learning to date, we can't help but notice ourselves how it affects our environment. So now for us to be able to take it to that next step and that next level and combine it all together, it's not something that we can just do on our own because we need to, I need support. I need to know that I've got the backup. You need the support. You need to know that you've got the backup because when we start working with the land, it's so vast and it's so big and it's so powerful. And we're just us doing our best. And it's very naive of us to think that we can just crack on and do it. So having everybody's back, everybody being able to look after each other, have we got everything? Have you picked everything up? All of these little things sort of build up as we start to work with the land. And I'm hoping that Julie's going to come back to us quite shortly. Because I want to bring Julie in a second because I have worked very closely with Julie over the years in doing quite a bit of land work and work on buildings. And I just want to, oh, now she just disappeared.
You're frightened her off.
Don't you just love it how the energies just play with you? I really do love it. Okay, let me just have a little mess with this just a second. Okay, just let me. You know, it's that long since I've been on Zoom properly on NEIT. I've forgotten how to do my layouts and all sorts of things. So
It's amazing, isn't it? You mean
yeah,
to be off
it's
for a
like
few
the
months.
really
You're like,
simple
oh, I don't
things.
know what I'm doing.
It's crazy, isn't it, Jackie? Right, okay. So I'll put it on speaker view for those people who are going to be coming in for the recordings. We're just going to do a very quick round of everybody saying hello, who you are, why you're here. And then we're going to just go into the very brief introduction as to really why this work has come about and why we are going to be working together to do it. So, Jackie, you're on screen, so you can go first. Come and introduce yourself.
Just choose one.
I did. I chose you, Jackie. Sorry, could you not hear me?
No, sorry.
It's funny, isn't it? Okay, so this is how
Oh,
tonight's going
sorry,
to
guys.
go.
Hi, I'm Jackie Robinson, and I've known Rachel probably only about 3 years. Through It's Mental, I think. Can't remember. I think it was. And yeah, so I'm a holistic therapist, spiritual coach, and holistic coach, qualified counsellor. However, I hardly use any of those things as a practice at the moment, but I will be going back to it. So I find myself organizing, or myself and others organizing events, just to get my passion is to educate as many people as possible and just leading my purposeful life. And Rachel came round a couple of weeks ago, and before she'd even mentioned anything of this, I was saying that I keep getting messages from my dad, I say, my guardian angel, and I said, keep get back to the land, get back to the land, and that's all I keep getting. And then Rachel told me, "Oh well." So yeah, very excited about this and working with everybody. I think together we're just so flipping powerful, and that's what is needed. It's needed now, and we need to just crack on with each other. So thank you for the invite, Rachel.
Thank you for joining us, Jackie. Thank you very much. So,
Hi, everybody. So, yeah, I'm Sue. I
Can you move a
work.
bit closer to the mic, Sue?
Oh, hold on. Is that better?
Yeah.
So, I work with sound vibrations and energy healing. I do one-to-one sessions, group sessions, and started doing workshops, etc. But first met Rachel, I think, at the ladies' empowerment meeting, and I helped her create the Stone Circle up at Chesham Farm Retreat, which was one of the most amazing experiences I think I've ever had in my life. It was just incredible. I could have powered the national grid for at least a week after that. And then we did a retreat there together, didn't we?
Mm,
And when Rachel mentioned about the stone circles, I was like instantly, oh yeah, I want to be involved. I just think the timing of it with everything that's going on energetically and with Gaia upgrading herself anyway, I think this kind of work is just going to be the most amazing and potent experience and much needed for the
mm,
world and everybody in it. So, really excited to be here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Delighted that you're here. Julie.
Hi, I'm sorry if I've disturbed everybody. I've had to come downstairs. My internet's just been disappearing on me every 5 seconds. So I'm now coming to another room. Please, please, please. So I was listening or trying to listen. So I do apologise. I think the reception down here might be better. Um, sorry, I feel like
All
out
right,
of
just take your time,
slightly
darling.
out of sync. But, what do you need to know about me? Oh, not loads really. I think, yeah, just I've been on a spiritual journey, still on a spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it, a journey. Um, and I've always been attracted to wells, water, stones. The earth has always sort of called to me, and I work very intuitively. Um, I think I'd say, yeah, I'm sort of mediumistic and I'm into healing. And beyond that, I just bring myself to the table and whatever spirit bring through or guide me towards, that's me really.
Mm.
Plain and simple in a manner of speaking.
Julie is very humble and is an absolute powerhouse of an energy healer, powerhouse. And she resides next to me, as it just so happens, on some of the most epic journeys that I've been on, which I'm going to explain later. And we do work together very, very well because we have utmost trust with what each other are doing in our own weird and wonderful manner. But that support work that I was talking about, when those energies come in that are really potent and you can't speak. Sometimes you are in a space and you can't speak, and it will catch your breath, and you will find most of you do know me by now, and you'll know. So when I literally go and I lose my voice, I can't communicate with you, and I will just go into a trance-like state of healing and passing that energy through me until it is cleared. Julie has been next to me many times while that has happened, for a good 4 hour stint, really, in one particular place, which was really epic, supporting me and me supporting her when it was her turn to take over. Because when you are working for that length of time energetically, you need to be able to know that you are sort of taking turns. You need some sort of respite. So this is why us coming together is now so important, because we're going to be working on a wider grid. We're going to be working on wider aspects of our country and wider community. And I think support. So as soon as you tap into that, um, when you are literally like a walking, talking pendulum like me, it's an immediate reaction. And fortunately, not all of you are going to be as instant as that. And you're going to find your own ways of you having your signals and what they are. And that's what this whole process is also about learning what they are along the way, us talking about it, supporting each other, how to get through it, what do we do? Because, sorry, Paula and Deborah and Catherine, I am going to come to you, because there are going to be times where at some points during this journey, you physically might not even be able to put one foot in front of another. And you might think, what the is going on? But having these people around you are what's going to help you understand the journey, what to do with it, how to move through it, how to sit with it and embrace it rather than be frightened by it. Hope that is making sense. And I just wanted to say that that is what Julie has been helping me do as we've been working together in buildings and on the land. And it's pretty epic when you've got people who can do that. And Sue and Jackie have also done that with me side by side when we were building the labyrinth up at Chetton Farm. It's beautiful. What a journey. So Catherine, you're next on the list. Just come on and introduce yourself briefly, if that's okay.
Hello, everybody. So, as you can see, Soul Essential with Catherine Carman. When I woke up, I was just guided to experience my ascension journey and just to say to other people, come on this journey with me. And I hold spaces for people, whether that's one-to-one, channeling source energy, bringing through what is divinely meant for people, for them to heal themselves, to have that space to do that. And yeah, I hold circles. I've just had a circle tonight, the most amazing women coming together and that divine wisdom, sharing that wisdom and activating each other. But I'm really being guided and the retreat I went on with Jackie just confirmed this. I've been guided that this is the connection with the land, and I'm here to connect people with the land. And I don't fully understand that yet. I know that I'm bringing circles that already I'd organised for the Collective of Love. Some of the women in there we're meeting at a circle in a couple of weeks' time, and I just always follow guidance, even if I don't fully understand it, and just see what happens and trust what happens. And Jackie introduced me to Rachel, and it was a wonderful afternoon. And I just knew that, I had to be with this group, or we're all circles within circles. And I just feel that the power within these circles is something very special, very, very special. So yeah, I'm here, Rachel, because I feel very passionate about what you're doing. And I think it's important to be part of it.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for being here, Catherine. Really appreciate you. Paula.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Don't look at my background. I've not sorted it out. I've been frantically folding, washing whilst you've been doing introductions because most of you know my life is chaos. So I'm a single mum of four, and mental health is my kind of area. I developed a business called Pharmacy for the Mind Sanctuary, and it was based on my own mental health journey. It's not until I introduced holistic ways of managing my own mental health that I actually saw improvements that lasted. And so I've made that into a business. Rachel, I don't even know how long we've known each other because it's been bloody years.
Yeah,
It's been a long, long time. And we always pop up on each other's radars here and there. And the work that Rachel does is absolutely phenomenal. I've worked with Jackie for a few years now as well, with Root Connection stuff and Debs. And for me, I've always been in touch with the land. In the land, like Wicca and that kind of thing has always been something that I've explored. And the earth is so important. And I think coming together as a collective to do work like this is much more powerful than me going on my solo jaunts to stone circles and things like that. And I just think you're bringing together something really special with this, Rachel.
Mm.
And I've been waiting for a while for it because I think at the beginning of the year was it you did some, or was it last year? And I couldn't come because of children and commitments. And so now the timing is always at the right time, isn't it? And I am ready to pick this up and run with wherever it might take us. So I'm really excited. So thank you for having me here.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Paula. And
I'm going to keep
Debs.
my camera off if that's all right, though,
Yeah,
guys, just so I'm
absolutely.
not interrupted.
Of course. Debs, are you able to speak, Debs? I know that she was
Yeah, she was out for
Yes,
dinner.
I can, but I'm still out with my friends, so I'm down
it's
in the
okay.
toilet in the Crown at Morecambe. Oh God, I've had
We can do some
the
work
most
on the
weird
crown as well.
experience. Eh?
We can do some work on the crown while we're here.
Oh no, I've had the most weird experience. I've never done that before. I only had a bit of a meat pie, and next minute I wanted to throw up.
Oh,
Oh God. Anyway, sorry about that.
no.
Um, I know.
But
Anyway, sorry. So I'm Debs Brooks. I do a lot of work with Jackie, don't we, Jackie? And
Yeah.
I set up Roots of Life events about, well, it's been nearly 9 years ago now. And I'm actually coming to an end with those, which feels really the right thing to do in January. So yeah, I feel like our paths are kind of yeah, we need to go back to the land. And interestingly, you're talking about that, Rachel, is, I've always, as a child, you know, going through, being brought up by my dad on his own, and my solitude was actually being in nature all the time and just being around it. Um, so and even now that's my calling really. So it's great that you're doing this. I'm sorry that I can't put me, I'm sat in a toilet, so I don't really want to put the camera on. Um,
don't you worry, Debs. Honestly,
hey,
thank you so much. And what I do want to say is that the collective of people who are also not on this call, but on this call, the you are not new healers. You have been here,
oh
as you
yeah,
already probably know, many times before.
yeah,
But most of you have been doing this work here in this lifetime for many years already. And this realm that we're going to, I think, is going to attract this caliber of people that we need to bring together. Although I do think that, people who are at the start of their journey will be popping in and out because we need to be able to support and guide them as they grow. And give them that support and backing that they're going to need to understand these strange things that are happening to them. Like Debs now is, stuck in the loo, which doesn't surprise me, Debs, knowing that you are now tuned in to coming to our first circle on Saturday. Um, Already things are starting to happen. Already things are starting to happen. And what I wanted to say to you all is that as soon as we set the intention to start to work together, please be aware, start using your journals already to mark down anything unusual or usual that might be happening, patterns that you are used to seeing, those patterns that may be of that right knee that keeps giving way, and it's always been that weak right knee that gives away, suddenly starts to kick in, or it might be something new. Like for me, this last week, my left hip she starts to cough as I'm tuning into it. My left hip is agony, absolute agony. And I'm thinking, I don't even know if I'm going to be walking to the stone circle, but I will be. But there's obviously a deep healing there for me of setting this up, this space for us that is now ready to be brought to attention and to be healed. So it's going to affect us emotionally, it's going to affect us physically, it's going to affect us mentally, and it's going to affect us spiritually. And I want us all to be very aware of that. But what I'm putting together is also something where we are going to collect evidence of what we are doing so that we will become the experts of collecting that evidence as a body of work over the next 12 months of what we have achieved, what we've done, of what we've experienced, that may result in a book, but actually this is more potent than a book. This is, we're collecting evidence on the weirdoscope, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's this machine here. And this has got two random event generators in that was created very initially at Princeton University. This is where these very first came from. And this is from the original parts of, well, some members of the original crew who created this weirdoscope to collect this data. You don't know what a random event generator is because, well, why would you? It literally throws out zeros and ones into the atmosphere. And there are two machines that see if we are able to create those to become entangled or separate outside of a bell-shaped curve. And it appears that, yes, we as human beings are, pardon me, able to affect machinery and to dictate whether that's going to become entangled or separate. And this is the machinery that we're going to take with us. And we're going to take it in turns. You're going to learn how to actually collect the data for the weirdoscope. The weirdoscope will just run, but every session we're going to have someone who's going to be taking the notes as to what is happening. So there's a blind copy for the weirdoscope. Someone will be taking the notes, and then I will bring that together to see what correlates. Does that make sense? So that we're having scientific data. We're going to be able to test the water. So recently I got a testing stick for water to see what it reads at. So for example, I tested my normal tap water like yesterday, and it came out of the tap at 108. I did a minute of healing on it. It went down to 98. I used my pure filter on it. It was down to 38. So we're going to play with these things. Everybody's going to get to have a go of this. So what I'd like you to bring is some water with you. Bring your water in your canisters. We will test it as we get there. We will mark down everybody's own water, and then you're going to be seeing if we can alter that and alter it, and what do we alter it to. So everything we do, we are going to be collecting some scientific data along the way to back everything up, to show that we are affecting our environment. And then after we've done the activations and the work within the ancient site that we're in, has that again affected the water that we've taken with us? I have no idea. But we're going to play and we're going to have fun and we're going to take note to see if there's any correlation at all with what we're doing. There's going to be forms for you to fill in. And another Zoom after the stone circle where we'll come back, and the downloads that we will have had either before we get there from this, when we get there, a week later, we'll be collecting all of that. And it might just be that we do it on a Zoom, and I'm doing the transcription. Hang on, she says. Have I pressed transcribe? No. Okay, now it's transcribing. So I'll remember to transcribe it. And then we've also got that data. So that we're evidencing everything that we've got. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up. Because it's time now for us to step up as healers. It's time for us to step up as therapists and really own the work that we're doing, not just for ourselves, but for our environment and the planet. And we don't know what that means when it comes to with the planet. Okay. What I'm going to do is just very briefly go through for Saturday's information, and then we're going to go into the activation. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Saturday, it is Cheetham Close Stone Circle. Cheetham, should I say, Cheetham Stone Circle I'll put the address into the WhatsApp group, is it's a cheated site. It feels cheated. You are not going to a glamorous Stonehenge type of site, okay, with nice shiny stones that look beautiful. You are going to a site that is broken. And you might feel cheated because of that. So I want you to tune into the actual name of the site when we do the activation and take notes afterwards about how that will makes you feel, what we're going through. Tune into your ancestral names. Be aware of them as well and see what connections might come up with all of that. And when we get there, it's quite a bit, it is a little bit of a walk, and I always have had the utmost pleasure in getting lost at most of the sites that I go to because I end up taking a shortcut. So try not to let me go on a shortcut, everybody. That's why we're all together. Don't let Rachel go off on one of her shortcuts because they're never short. But it always just takes us on an adventure. You're going to need sturdy shoes because this is we're going up rocky bits, steep bits. It might be a bit muddy. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Make sure that you've got everything that you need for decent walking conditions, okay? Water, fluids, something to eat. If you want to bring food to share, put into the group what you're bringing, and we can all bring a dish if that's what you'd like to do, or just bring your own. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, but we are going to be there for quite a few hours, okay? I'd say we're probably going to be out and about for about four hours. And after that, I'm even quite tempted for us to then go somewhere else if we have time and people want to. But energetically, I'm just going to see where everybody's at in the group because as a group, we don't know how we're going to feel having done this work together. Okay. And it affects people in so many different ways. Now, Sue is going to also be facilitating when we get there her tuning forks to actually help us all bed in even more into the energy of the circle of the site, which is going to be, if it's anything like the labyrinth work, it's a really beautiful experience. So you're actually going to be getting upgrades that we're really going to cement into your system as we do this. So we're all going to get healing. We're all going to benefit from each other. And the beauty of this is that if you have an offering that you want to offer, we've got 12 months where everyone's going to be able to get the opportunity to offer something in. And if we're going to be up there for 4-5 hours at different sites, then there's definitely going to be time for that to happen, and it's going to happen naturally, and we're just going to let that unfold. But there are certain activations that I'm going to be doing that are going to be part and parcel every single one so we can get that data. Yeah, so that activation that I'll be doing will be set in stone, so to speak, and then we'll play around all of that, or outside of that, really, should I say. Has anybody got any questions from that part so far?
How often will you be doing them, Rachel?
Every month.
Once a month, yeah.
Every month. And I've got the dates now. For the date for the next one is the 30th of September. Now, what I've done is I've altered the days so they're not all weekends because some people can't do weekends. So we've got all sorts of different days throughout the year so that people can hopefully get to as many of them as possible. I will put the dates into, excuse me, the WhatsApp group, but it's all on that Liminal front page now. I've put that onto my web page, so it's there with all the dates for the year. For anybody who wants to This is a Live for Energy, so that Live for Energy Training College is able to give certificates of completion for this work. So anybody who wants to do the full 12 months or 12 segments, should I say, of this work, because this might go on to 18 months. It might take people 18 months to complete those 12 segments. There will be 4 case studies for people to complete and a small test at the end for people to then be able to have that practitioner facilitator qualification as a L.E.S.S, a liminal EcoSoma system facilitator, which basically means we are going to be going into that liminal void and we're going to be working beautifully and at home in that void as much as possible. And you're going to know what to do about being in that void as much as possible in as many different situations as possible. So we're going to be going to bridges. Bridges are very, very important places of historical conflict, joy, that passing over from one piece of land to the next. We know it signifies that rainbow bridge. It signifies so much, but there's actually so much energy that is attached and trapped in bridges that we're going to go to the bridges as well as the wells and the stone circles so that you've got experience about what that might mean for you as well. Because when we start to bring this up in relation to your lineage, it's amazing what might come up for you. Does that sound okay? Yeah. So for anyone who wants to sign up for the 12 months for that, this is like the beta version of this coming about. So the first sort of 10 people who sign up for that, literally I'm giving it away for 600 quid so that we can literally get this put down as an its own living entity so that we can then move this forward. And then, you know, those people are going to then hopefully become the trainers. And how I see this happening is we're going to start in the northwest area doing all these sites, and then we're going to move out into the rest of the country, and then we're going to move out into the rest of the world. Because why would we not? I know I definitely want to go to a lot of these ancient sites around the world, and I'd much rather do it with a group of people who I've been working with and trust and know what we're doing to collect this data along the way. So that's my intention with this work. You're all going to have your own different intentions, and over the next few months, we're going to find out what those are. And we're going to embed those in for you. So when we go to these ancient sites, we're going to be setting those intentions as a group for you to manifest that. So we're going to be doing lots of different work within these 4 to 5 hours that we have together. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So if anybody's got a candle, you might want to now just light your candle. Ooh.
Yeah.
Right,
I light it.
now then, where's my share button gone? Oh, there it is. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. Bear with me whilst I find my music. Dum. Hang on. Where have you all gone? Are you all there? Have I disappeared?
We're here.
Oh, this is weird.
It just says Rachel Earing has started sharing, screen
Okay.
sharing it. So.
Oh, I can't even get my screen back up now. Stop it, you little... Right, come on. Bring it back up. It's reduced you down to a little Dot.
Because you're sharing your screen, Rachel, so we can see your laptop screen.
Can you? Oh, I can't.
Yes.
All right. Screen sharing.
You can't, but we can.
Oh, we can see it now.
All right. Okay. What can you see?
We can,
Green trees.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
right. So
it.
you can see.
We
So
can see your tabs and everything.
can you see my tabs? Right then. Can you help me out with my tabs? Because I can't get my Zoom back up. Screen sharing.
A minute ago, it said to me to double click to not share.
Now you've disappeared completely. Right. Okay.
That's okay. I think if you go, on your own photo, if you go to the top right and there's those little dots, where you normally mute yourself and things like that.
Yeah. What is happening is that my Zoom is so tiny I can't even see it. When I click on it, it disappears.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear music? The
No.
music started.
No, no, darling.
Okay.
Okay, so
There's
if
a
you
couple.
go, we can. So can we guide you to your Zoom? So I
Can you see my Zoom on the screen here?
I can see your little arrow. So if you keep, should we do Bernie the Bolt? Go up.
No.
If your arrow's going down now.
Dearie me.
A moment ago, when you just whittled, your little arrow went up, but then it went back down again. Can you make your arrow go up? Oh, right. Slowly, slowly. Up. Up again. And to the left. Go left, left. Oh, yeah, there. Try there. That's your zoom button.
Right. Okay. That is my Zoom button, but down
It's
here
not
on
doing
my
right.
where
And
I'm clicking, where you
yeah,
all are,
yeah.
I'm going to leave the meeting and come back, so it should make somebody host.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, you can all come back
Yeah, that's fine.
because it's the only way I can do it. Julie, you're now host.